Okay, it's on.
Cheers. I wanted to do a video on nets for storage in the Ekko. I don't think you can ever have too many nets. I think Susie will think differently about that. It's never enough nets. So they come into, I guess, different sizes and types. This is a framed net, and I like using these when you really want to contain things because it keeps everything really tight. And then you have these nets which have little corners that you can connect them with these kind of like little corners, which are super convenient because then you can take them out. And I'll show you how I use them later. But these, I like these because they can really stretch and you can really fill them. Then you have specialty nets like this one here. This one is for like wine bottles and things that have to be like kind of like, I use them for soda stream bottles because I'm Italian. I always have to have sparkling water. So that's, can you see that there? Yeah, okay. So anyways, so these are some nets, and then there are these nets which I would call like separator nets, and they're just a net, and it's just, they're made so that things don't kind of like fall over, and also very useful. And then I'm gonna go through the Ekko and show you guys how I use them on the Ekko. Click. Alright, I want to give you guys a little net tour of the Ekko, how I use them. So I will talk about the mods that I did on the Ekko, but I'll start talking about the nets. But this is a storage space that I created here, an extra storage, and I added this is a separator net so that things don't fall out. This net here was actually existing in the Ekko already, but I added 1 and 2 more nets, and I have my gloves and hat in this one, and I have kind of like cables on that one, and then I have headlamps on that one, and I like these because it really keeps everything from rattling, and when you're going to off-road you don't want anything to rattle. And then these came in the Ekko already, so these are just a little kind of like separator. I mean those just to keep things from falling out on both sides. And then a very useful net that I added, I'm gonna go straight to that one, is over the microwave, and we keep pots and pans in there. I removed the panel in the back that was making it smaller. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, it's not pretty, but you can't really see it from the bottom, but it adds several inches so you can actually put pots and pans in there, and they fit really well. So that one is great because nothing falls out when you're driving, and again when the van is rocking going off-road. And then this is another thing that I built right over the door, also for storage, and it adds a huge amount of storage. And again, I added these nets here because it was such a big space that the top part was actually hard to use, so added some nets in there. And then I wouldn't call this a net, but this is another kind of like organizer, and you can get this on line at Obi. And I will put a link of these things on the description so you guys can see. And that is it. Oh, actually no, there's another really important net that I added, and I always had a hard spice holder, and it was a real pain in the butt. Every time you drove, I had to kind of stick this towel in there because everything rattled. And this is the first camper where actually I have put a net for the spices, and it's absolutely awesome because nothing nothing rattles, and works really, really well. And now I'm gonna take you guys to the bathroom, which is really awesome. Let's go to the bathroom. And so here is those nets that don't have a frame, and I connected two with one corner, and then this was a little bit of a tricky spot because you have to drill it, and there's like both metal and wood to go through, so it's a little bit tricky to get it in there. But so basically you have these points, and this is a really good thick plywood on this side, so it's easy, and then they go all the way to the bottom, and then here they go all the way down to the bottom, and you have to be a little bit strategic on where you put your stuff. So like this one sticks out a lot, and it's a little bit in the way, but not terribly, so when you're sitting on the toilet, it gets a little bit in the way, but it's not too bad. But the side ones, they have to be pretty thin, otherwise they take too much space. And I think, oh yeah, I got more here, more nets here. That's for like little stuff that I don't want to be around. And I think that might be it, but I've put nets everywhere in all of my campers. I absolutely love them. And yeah, that is for the nets. What do you think about nets, Susie?
I think they're really convenient and tidy.
She tries to tell me, don't put one there. This is the spot where she doesn't want me to put one. She's like, I love the yellow, don't put a net there. But probably eventually I will put one. And there we go. And that's the view. All right, so I forgot to talk about this, but I wanted to do a little separate video on these nets, and then we have a little separate video for the bedroom, and then one more video for the Starlink outside, and that will be all of the nets. Oh, there's a cute little bird outside that is trying to get inside. You can't see it from here. All right, well, I'll show you guys the next net. This is how I store fruits and vegetables. I like to keep them separate because fruits and vegetables, not all of them, but many of them release ethylene, which is a ripening hormone. So especially if you mix them, then they will ripen a lot quicker. This way they last much longer. And then it's nice because it keeps them from getting banged up when you're driving off-road. Are you ready to show the bedroom net?
I am. Hey y'all. So this is the bedroom net, and we use it for just any sort of little item like cell phones, perhaps a Kindle or a book, reading glasses. You could put a little midnight snack in there if you wanted.
I like it.
Yeah, and it's just super convenient. It keeps things really tidy, and right there at hand. So there you have it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, wanted to show the last of the nets, and it's in the garage. It's a little windy out here, but it's the Starlink net, and really like to keep that Starlink from rattling. And I have kind of a storage system here with bins, which I like to keep it kind of modular like this, so I can change it. So I didn't want to have the net in one of these, I didn't want to have the Starlink in one of these bins just loose, so it's got its own dedicated spot. And I'll be talking about the garage in another video on how I organize it, because I feel like I found a pretty good solution. Alright, and that is it for the nets in the Ekko Sprinter 2025.